Be yourself. To be yourself. Anybody ever told you that before?
Heard it a lot in life. Maybe not being said to me, but just a saying.
Just a saying. So what does that mean to you?
To me, that means, we gotta get deep, because to be yourself, you gotta know yourself.
To know yourself.
Yeah. So to me, it means like to be whatever you are, however you are, without trying to please anyone else, without trying to alter yourself to be like more, more worthy to someone else. I don't know, just to feel good and be not changing yourself at all for nobody else.
Not changing yourself for no one else. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in to another episode or segment. I don't know. But today we're just gonna talk a little bit about why it's important to be yourself. I mean,
Everybody.
Why?
There's nobody else left to be but yourself. I mean, like, everybody has a person to be themselves.
Right, like, I mean, some of us may share a birthday with someone, but that doesn't make you them, and that doesn't make them you. We all our own person, right? So,
and that does not mean that you guys are going to be alike just because of the birthdays on the same day, or you guys don't have to like the same things just because you're friends and different stuff like that. Like, you don't have to be like someone just because you're in their presence, or you can get inspiration, things like that, but you always have to make it your own.
Correct. Even twins,
I have twin cousins, and they are completely different personalities. Like, one's just like in your face, diva, all that, and the other one, she just like chill or whatever, and she'll turn her diva on here and there, but she chill. And they listen, they was in the womb together, and they know how to be themselves. So, and they've been together. So, if that can happen, I mean, you could be yourself. It's easy. If 7-year-olds have mastered that, twins, I'm sure adults should be able to do that too. It might take some time though, because you have to know yourself, like I said before, and you don't get to know yourself until you're like with yourself. You ask yourself questions. You grow with yourself, because you do change over time because of things that happen and all that. So you have to get to know yourself to be yourself.
So, I mean, you said that to be yourself is easy, but if it takes time to really...
It's easy because you're naturally doing it your whole life, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. Like, if you're a child, you're just growing up, doing stuff, trying stuff, learning stuff. But it's hard once you start to see and interact with things that you are like, oh, I like that too. Or that's cool. Or I like them. Or I see people like them. I want to try that because people liked that when they did that. Or I liked that when they did that. Maybe I want to do it. So you have to, as you grow up and you get to know yourself, you're knowing like, okay, that's not my me thing. That's just something that I like, and I can like that, but it doesn't have to be a me thing because I like it.
Right.
Because it's cool to me. I don't have to say, oh, Jasmine, you're wearing this. I like that, so I'm gonna wear that. Or, oh, you like to do these things, like, I don't know, what's something that you like to do that I would probably like, I ain't doing that. It's like, there's things that you do that I don't do. And there's ways that you do things that I don't do things. And as you grow and get to know yourself, you find out, oh, I don't like that way, or I don't do it that way. That's not me. Not a me thing. So it's easy as a child, probably, for sure, because you ain't seen a lot of things and all that in your brain. You're like, oh, that's just cool, that's cool. Okay, no, don't do that. As an adult, if you don't get comfortable with knowing yourself and like it, and I guess get good feedback from others on what you put out, it makes it hard to be yourself.
It's okay to be yourself. You ever heard that song or something?
I don't know if I have.
I don't know. I think it's a song, or maybe I don't know. I feel like it was like, it's okay to be. I don't know, but whatever. But I don't know. For me, I feel like I struggled with who I was because I saw so many other things that I'm like, or not. Okay, let me put it this way. I struggled with figuring out who I was because I was always trying to make sure that what I did and how I carried myself met the same criteria as what everybody else around me was, or what was more acceptable at the time. So for me, I was trying to just fit in. Like, I don't know why, but I just felt like it's easier to fit in than to be outsourced. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, outcast. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that.
Kind of like it's a human trait. Like, it's normal. We conform to things. Like, have you ever heard of? I can't think of the exact name of the experiment, but basically it showed that most people will conform and do what they see everyone else doing, just to not be the one out doing something different. So, like, there was this experiment where everyone got in the elevator and they stood in the elevator backwards, and so that the next person who got on the elevator had to get on the elevator, and they're like either gonna stand the correct way towards the door or face backwards. But they don't want to be an outcast, so most of them conformed and faced the wrong direction in the elevator, just because that's what everybody else was doing, and they did not want to look like weird. But it's like, they're the ones who are weird because they're not even in the elevator the correct way, but I'm gonna do it just because that's what they're doing, and I don't want to be an outcast. For me, I've never been that type of person. I like to stand out. I like to be myself. Like, I like bright colors. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna do that because it looks good. I like it. You know, if someone be like, "Why are you wearing that?" Because I want to. Why are you doing that? Because I want to.
So, I mean, I don't know. You were confident.
I don't even know if I was confident. I was just me.
You're just comfortable with.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. Some of the things would probably be like, it might be like, wow. Maybe a little bit. You might be like, I don't know. Should I have wore that? But then you're like, hell yeah, I should have wore that. Because I wanted to.
So has anything that you've done been something that you may have seen like somebody that you admire do?
I see my mom do a lot of things that I kind of like take something from, and I'm like, ooh, I like that.
And so you just
and I can
blend it with you to make it you.
Yeah. I put my own style in it because I don't like exactly everything. Like, I could like something that she do, like, oh, I like her outfit, you know, something like that. I might not like the whole entire thing for myself. So, like, I would like, that's not something that I would wear with it though, or that, or I would like, and go do something completely different with it. Like, you know, I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna wear the exact same thing,
right?
Or like, how she does, like, maybe if she does hair color or something, I'm like, oh, I like how she did that. I'm gonna go try that with a different color, you know. And I like how her style, her technique, you know. I'm gonna try that technique, see if it works for me, and mix it with my technique, and blend our techniques together. Like, and you see, I came up with a masterpiece of my own. It's like, yeah, you get inspiration from everybody, because guess what? Everything's been done and it's read back and done over. Not claiming that anybody started anything, not saying like, oh, I was the first person to ever do that in the world, and then you did that. No, it's just like, you definitely just did me. You didn't do that thing that I remixed or whatever that I took, and you just did me. Put my face on your face.
Put my face on your face.
Yeah. And
okay.
Then, yeah.
So, how do you know if you're being authentic or just mirroring what you've seen?
That's how you need to get to the point of where you get to know yourself, because
to get to know you
and being by yourself, because like the only person who's gonna be in the mirror is yourself when you're there. And then when you're by yourself, and then you're like, okay, you start to see the things that you're doing that are not so desirable to your personality, like how you feel. Like, it don't feel good for me to do that. Why am I doing that? Like, it doesn't feel good for me to be like, oh, naggy, or meanie, grumpy, and all that stuff. But, oh, that's some learned behavior, or stuff like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, being by yourself, you'll be like, I need to stop doing that. Or you just find different things, and you see different things that you're doing that you're like, you kind of get disgusted with it, because you're like, that's not me, or it doesn't feel good, that doesn't feel like what I would do. So, it's just like being by yourself. Like, when you're by yourself, you're like, okay, nobody's there to judge you. So you gonna be naked, really. Like, you naked. Nobody's there to judge you. You look ugly. Look at your edges. Look at nobody's there to say any of that, or say that it's undesirable to them. Is what you have to figure out, like, oh, that ain't too bad. Like, okay, you know, it's just being with yourself, because that's where you're gonna learn the most. Because you're gonna unlearn things. Like, oh, I don't want to do that way. Or there's nobody there to say, if you've done something a certain way and they criticize you or something, you're there now by yourself to be like, fuck that, I can do it this way if I want to. Or I'm not going to do that way. You know? I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's a good way to put it. You know, you just keep saying yourself. Be yourself. Like,
that,
you
and
know.
you really have to have time.
Right.
You really have to have time by yourself to understand that,
right.
Because like you said, like, when there's a lot of people around you, it's like, it always feels like somebody's watching you and judging you. When people watching you, like, the natural thing for people to do are judging, just because it's like, oh, look at that, look what she got on, look at that, look how she look, blah blah blah. Like, it's just a thing that people do naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when you're by yourself, you remove that negative energy, because if you're feeling like other people are doing that around you constantly, you start to become that and do those types of things, and then that's why you're constantly thinking people are doing it. You're kind of like, okay, I'm kind of, look at that, look what she got on. You kind of saying some of those things, but when you're by yourself, you're like, why would you want to say that about somebody? What if that's all she had to wear?
Mm-hmm.
Or what the fuck do you care about what she got on for? Like, why does it matter?
Right, like, are you going to buy her another,
you know, like, you start
shirt,
to think about that stuff, and you're like, why?
Something.
And then you start saying mean stuff, and you don't have, you know, sometimes, you know, you have the people who will feed off of that when you say those types of things, like your friends who are around you, and they'll be like, yeah, haha, and they'll just do it because, hey, that's the thing that everybody's doing, so I'm gonna say that. But when you're by yourself, you can check yourself and be like, what's your real purpose of saying that? What did that do for you? Did it make you better? Did it help you? Like, you just threw out some negative energy about somebody for no reason. And so then, being by yourself, you like, shit, I don't got these negative thoughts, and I ain't having nobody say that, those types of things around me. Now I don't have that energy in my brain, and I'm not going to go outside and mirror that and do that, because I really don't give a fuck. I'm free spirit. If you care about how I look right now, bitch, I don't really care. And I don't care about what you look like either. Like, I'm fine with how I looked. I see myself. So if you're not fine, that's fine.
That's probably like the best feeling. Like, I promise you, I don't care. I probably wear the same thing, and it ain't no probably. I do. I wear the same thing all the time, but for some reason, I don't be caring. I just be like, shoot, I put on the same shirt, same pants, and be like, feel like I got on a whole new outfit. But
it's your attitude.
You know,
it's like, bitch,
exactly.
How
Like,
I wear this. That's why I'm like,
comfortable.
It don't matter. Like,
I'm me.
I'm
like,
and then, like, when you're by yourself, like, you start to notice the more, like, important things like that. Like, when you go around people again, you're kind of like, wow, I like that. You know, their confidence. Like, that's cool, that's cute. I like how she doing that. I like how she doing that. Look how she came in here and she didn't look with, okay, you versus with a bonnet. If you say she came in here with a bonnet on versus before with your attitude, you would have been like, why the fuck she got this bonnet on? You might come in here and be like, black people ghetto as hell, but she was still cute with her motherfucking bonnet on. She had a cute face.
I feel you, girl.
Like, and she was cute in the face too, and didn't even have to show her fucking hair. Like, that type of thing versus the negative stuff, because it's just like, it does, even though it's not like, you think it's not a big deal, it keeps you further away from being yourself. Unless that's what type of person you are. How about that? Because if that's what type of person you are, then that's fine.
Like
that feels
some
fine.
Low down, deep down.
Yeah, and that feels fine.
Gotta do some digging.
Yeah, and that feels fine. Oh, so then you still need to find yourself again, which you're back on. But that seems fine. But for me, like, I need to do those types of things to be able to make sure I'm as close to being myself versus I don't want. It's basically like you rubbing off on me. Somebody rubbing off on me, like just saying that's rubbing off on me. I don't. To be myself, I need to be by myself. But that doesn't mean just like all message.
In order to be yourself, you gotta be by yourself.
So you gotta do a little bit of searching.
I'm a mean. Like, it took me, and because I was insecure, you know, as a little kid, you know, just, I mean, you know, as a little girl, you start trying to figure out what it is that you like, how you want to be, how you want to dress and all that. And I was tomboyish, you know. I was very insecure when my mom would try to make me wear like girly clothes and stuff. That just wasn't me. I felt more comfortable in something that was baggy, you know, because it hid everything. I don't know, you know. And so that's what I felt, and that's who I thought that I was, you know, just, you know. But it just felt that everybody seemed to have an issue with it. And I think that's the hardest thing, or that was the hardest thing for me to understand who I was or how to truly be myself. Because even when I was being myself, people still gave their opinions that I'd never asked for. So it's just like, when I actually had that opportunity, like you said, to give yourself time, be by yourself, and I sat there and I thought about it. I'm like, I'm comfortable. I look good. I can do my own thing. And ain't nobody put in those opinions, ain't buying me new clothes. So, you know, I should be okay. I should be fine. So, you know, I took that energy, I took that mindset, and I just walked out the house the next day. And I just felt like you said, you start to finally feel like yourself. And it wasn't like I came home, it's Monday night and I did all this thinking, and then Tuesday, boom, I'm myself. No, it did take me some time. Because again, like you said, you have to spend time alone, and you can't just spend time alone for a couple hours and think that that's going to be enough.
You got to unlearn stuff, and
right.
It's like you trying to unlearn how to ride a bike.
Like, I don't know, can you do that? Because once you know how to ride a bike, you know how to
unlearn how to ride a bike is by trying to ride a bike backwards, and then trying to learn how to ride it the other way. I seen this video of this dude turn the bike with those handles backwards. I forgot, and he learned how to. It took him like 7 months to learn how to ride the bike backwards, and then when he tried to ride the bike forward, it took him a little while to try to learn how to ride the bike backwards. That's I like that. Yeah, but it's just like muscle memory. Yeah. So you have to unlearn it. You have to really hold yourself accountable for whatever those negative things are, and keep pinpointing it on yourself. And like, ew, stop doing that. Why would you do that? Why are you doing that? Or just like, come on now, like, you know, that's nasty, or that's not you. And then like, for you, when you said basically like it was hard for you to do that because of, like I said, the outside things. Like, you didn't have always good experiences with your trying to be yourself. Like me, for the most part, I would say, besides, you know, the usual, you know, sibling stuff, or, you know, cousin and different stuff, arguments, I mostly always got affirmed or affirmations for like doing me and doing what I like that was a good thing. So like, oh, look at that, look at this girl's green shoes, you know, like that's what I liked. And so, you it was affirmed or a compliment or something was given in some form or fashion. Like, okay, and then on top of that, my mom was like the type of person who looked, she liked nice stuff and looked nice and all that. And for me, I looked at that and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have nice stuff and I'm gonna look nice. Like I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take care of myself like that. So I took that as inspiration, but I don't do the exact same thing as her. I do things my way, but I took a lot of it from what I seen,
Yeah.
So, but we're really different, me and my mom. But I have a lot of the things that I seen. So I'm like, the affirmations helped on top of what, And then like as far as like dressing and stuff, I used to dress like tomboyish because I liked it. I did.
It's comfortable.
Yeah, and it looks cute. Like I liked it. I look good with these cargo pants and these nice shoes.
Okay.
Because I like shoes and stuff. So I'm like, yeah.
It was bomb.
And then like as I grew, I'm like, okay, I like to dress like a girl too, like girly. I can do both of them because that's what the fuck I want to do. I can dress girly if I want to, or I can wear these tennis shoes and these not really baggy pants or whatever, but whatever I want to wear, because that's what I want to wear. And I could wear this or I could wear that, whatever I want to wear, I'm gonna wear that shit. Like, and then I used to be by myself a lot. I've always been a by myself ass person. Not like I don't hang out with friends or anything, but the majority of my time is spent by myself. Alone. Yeah. And when you're by yourself, you think about a lot of things. You get to have conversations with yourself about a lot of things, and you pinpoint and you see more things, versus like, okay, maybe I got this, maybe I got a crooked eye or whatever it is. But once you look in the mirror and you get comfortable and you already see it, can't no bitch on the outside, or sorry for saying that word, on the outside tell me nothing about my crooked eye. I've been looking in the mirror at this crooked eye for, whatever, and I'm good with it. I can't change it, and I'm with it now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's a long time. Like, my mom used to work a lot, so that's how we ended up hanging out all the time. Because I would be at my house, or just and be like, I'm about to go over Jasmine's. But yeah, I used to be at my house by myself all night. Not all night, whatever times, I don't remember. But I would be by myself, and then, yeah, I learned a lot about myself. I hate that.
You think, you hate what?
When I say stuff sometimes.
Oh. Well, it's alright. The one thing, words are powerful,
Oh, yeah.
But, like,
sometimes I be saying stuff. And I'd be like,
and see, that's another thing. That's
I learned that,
and I feel like, you know what? And
I learned that when I was by myself. Like, girl, you be when I'm triggered, I be getting triggered, and then I'm about to empty the clip. I be getting angry. When I get mad, I get big mad sometimes. And I learned that, and I'll be like, I need to learn how to not do that.
You think, or not you think, but why? Because I told you about me and you mentioned about you. So why do you think some people struggle with finding themselves or truly being themselves?
One is affirmations from their surroundings. Like, people would tell them, oh, that looks good, you look cute, you look nice, like inner family stuff, and agreeing with what they choose to do, even if it's not like what they like. Like, even if I didn't wear what my mom wanted me to wear or something, she'll be like, she might say, yeah, her opinion, like, oh, I don't really like that, but you're probably gonna wear it still because you like it, or you like it, so you wear it. I'm not you. She'll be like, because if she puts on something that I'm not fully like, oh, I like it, she's still gonna wear it because that's what she likes. That's what she would wear. She's not going to change it. We're still going to ask each other's opinion, but she's not going to change it and be like, oh, you hated this, so I'm not going to wear it because you wouldn't wear it. Mm-hmm. And I got those affirmations of, oh yeah, that looks a little weird, you look a little crazy, which I probably did, but she still was like, but that's your style, that's your thing, so do your thing. that's one thing. And then like the opinions of others, like positive feedback from peers and, you know, people outside. Like what? But first you have to get the inside, because it's kind of like it goes out. Kind of like, I guess, like an onion. You go out, or like, you know, from the core. The inner, the affirmations, get you ready for the outside. Once you go outside, if you're already hyped up about yourself and what you wear and it's fine, once people start to say stuff or feel a way about what you got going on, I'm already cool with it. So it don't matter what you say. You know? And then once you get to the outside, if you didn't have that inner, you're already lacking. So once you get right there to the outside and you get to peers and stuff, and they start shunning you for what you got on or how you dress or what you like, and being different and like Pokemon when that's not normal or whatever, you're kind of like, okay, now somebody else is telling me this shit is weird. So this shit, you kind of might be weird. Okay, I'm gonna chill out. I'm not gonna do it as loud no more.
I was gonna say, you better still love your weird.
Right?
Shit.
Yeah, you like, I might not do it as loud no more.
People be nervous to.
Right, and then like it's more, as much as you get it, you know, you're gonna be like, okay, eventually you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna do that shit anymore, and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna do this. What everybody else is doing, that look good. What they liked, what did they say? What did that when somebody did this? What did they get? Oh, they got a lot of likes when they wore that, or they did that, or you know, or what? Just based off of feedback
on other people.
Yeah, like opinions of others, and opinion don't pay me shit. Nope. It don't change my fucking clothes. It don't buy me tissue to wipe my ass. So you can kiss my ass. If you got something to say about what I do and what I choose and how I like.
That's funny, because think about them big YouTubers. People be saying hella stuff and it don't matter.
Right, like, bitch, you still viewing it, you still making a comment, so you can't yuck nobody's yum ever. Like, you just, like, that's you. Okay. That's not me. And then, so it's, when it goes out, once you got, if you didn't get that inner, you ain't built up, you ain't built ready for tough to go outside, you know what I'm saying?
Vroom, vroom.
Once they get on your head, that shit gonna hurt.
In my little hatchback.
You know, it hurt. It's like, damn, what the fuck? And eventually that's what happens. And I think that's it. And then you see people, like, you start getting attached to people that are, like, liked. It's like, kind of like, what's the hot topic? Like, you know, kind of the trend at that time. Like, okay, right now, everybody's liking this person and what they got going and what they're doing. I'm about to be more like them. Or, you know, or I like that because maybe a certain group of people or something is interested in that, you know, or they're attracting something that you wanted. Like, okay, she got the job I wanted or something. What did she do? I mean, that you can get inspiration and get stuff like that, but you don't turn and say, you don't go home and get in the mirror and you go,
I'm gonna be this person.
Yeah. Try to, you know, start talking.
That's
like
some
them.
lifetime
you know,
stuff. That's lifetime
talk like them,
stuff.
Dress like them. You know, you don't try to be them. You know.
Trying to be like me? No, be like you.
Trying to be like Mike. Trying to be like Mike.
Won't be like you. Oh, be like you. Okay, well,
I want to be like Mike.
I had another question, but I guess I'm still gonna. The question is, what advice would you give to your younger self?
My younger self? I would probably be more goofy and just be more like I am now versus how I was when I was younger. The reason why I probably wasn't like I am now is just because I was kind of in that negative space where, like, the outer was like the judgy part, where I didn't like how it looked for people to be all annoying and stuff. I mean, like, I know in school, plus I would have been in trouble, but I know, like, some shit I would have been like, ooh, why is she doing that? Just because that was kind of like a thing. Like, why would she be doing that right now? Versus, you know, hey, I'm just being my goofy ass self. I would do dumbass shit. If I was sitting at the house by myself, I would bust out dancing, right? You know? Mm-hmm. If I was by myself. So if I feel like it, I'm going to do that shit now and I'm not better hold it in. You know? So I would probably be more like just like goofy. Just be like, oh, not hold back. Yeah, I wouldn't hold back. Let loose and just be like, whatever. Let my hair down. You know what I'm saying?
Just be and copacetic, like,
you know. And be more. What else? Let's see. I guess I would be less judgmental, maybe.
Okay.
And more open to different things. I feel like I became more open once I got to college, open to different things. Versus I was more like, this is what I like. I was more stuck on one thing, like this is what I like because I like it. I wasn't more like, oh, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that. Mm-hmm. It was more like, oh, this is how I do it, this is how I like it. No. So I would be more like open to try different things.
That's good. I feel like pretty much so as we get older, that's kind of what we all tell ourselves. Like, you tripped over the wrong thing, or you made something, you know, or you just when you get older, you just can look back at your younger self and just laugh at yourself because
you wish you was through stuff. You wish you was a kid when you're grown, like, you know, them sayings.
And every day I'll be like, how many times did I say I wanted to be an adult? Because I don't know if I'm ready, but I'm grateful for where I'm at. But if I was gonna answer that question and just say, like, what advice would I give my younger self? I'd just be like, just do you. To hell with what anybody else think, what anybody else say. If you comfortable, continue doing what's comfortable to you, because a lot of times, or maybe, okay, so maybe if you're not comfortable, or maybe if you are comfortable, I don't know, because sometimes when you're uncomfortable, that means that change is happening. But do what makes you happy, I guess I should say. Find more things that make you happy. Continue to do things that make you happy, because like for me, when I graduated high school, it just wasn't the same for me. I just stopped doing stuff that made me happy. Life started happening and you just lose sight of who you are and what you were really doing before everything happened. So if I could tell my younger self, stay happy as long as you can. Keep yourself comfortable in the things that you like, and don't base your moves on somebody else.
That made me think of another thing. That made me think of, like, also, like, I would tell myself, basically, like, it goes with the letting loose, like, don't play that shit safe no more, like,
it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe. Ooh.
Like, I played a lot of things safe in my life based off of, like, what I'm used to or what I was comfortable with. And I feel like that held me back in a lot of different ways. I could have done things differently that I wanted to do, but I was just kind of playing it safe. I could have done, you know? Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't play it safe. Like, now, I'm like willing and ready to do whatever I want, and now can't nobody really tell me I can't or I ain't. And I don't want to play this shit safe no more. I'm like, but if I would have felt like that a little bit earlier, I mean, never know. Who knows? Because I just had to grow and get to know myself. So probably, who knows? Who knows? But I'm not gonna play that safe.
Cause it ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. Well,
do you want? I mean, you've been asking me questions.
I have.
I may have thought of a few.
Okay, my bad. I forgot.
No, I'm just saying. No, because I didn't ask you any. I was just saying. I didn't think of a lot. I was just saying because I didn't come prepared. I'm not the type to write things down or anything. I'm just like wing it. That's what I do for my whole life, which is probably bad, but it's been effective this far. And being by myself, I also learned that I need to get my stuff together. So I've been working on that too, but I just didn't work on that for the podcast. So here we go. When did you feel like being yourself
when did I feel like being myself was easy? Yeah. I would probably say, did I say that right? Probably. If I'm being honest with you, I don't feel like I started being myself, being back to who I really was until like maybe a couple months ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. So, how do I know it became easy? Because I just stopped caring about what anybody else would say, what anybody else would think. Because, like I said before, your opinion ain't buying me nothing else. Your opinion ain't helping me do anything else. All it is just an opinion. I have one too. Stop giving me yours, pretty much. So that's when I realized, it just felt like a huge chip was taken off my shoulders. Like I just felt alive again and stuff, So, yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I feel like I got back to who I was. I don't know the exact time, but it was recent.
Okay. For me, if I have to answer that question myself, I would say, I don't know like the time frame because it's been a little while, but I do know the feeling and like the mood and all that. It was like kind of like what you said, like when I just like didn't give a fuck. Like, cause after a while, like, yeah, even though I got those good affirmations and things from my inner, like, sometimes the outer might get annoying or it might get loud enough to make you be like, ugh. And you kind of stop doing some of the things that you usually would do, So, like, you have to get yourself to that I don't give a fuck, like, I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. Because if you would think about it, yeah, everybody has their own opinion, and everybody's really going to be self-serving. So, that's what I need to be. Self-serving, and if I'm gonna be self-serving, I'm gonna do what I like. And what I like, if you don't like it, I can't let that contradict me being myself, because I really don't give a fuck. You're not, whatever, unless I really care about you and what I'm doing is hurting you or something in some way or fashion, your opinion and what you got to say about it, I don't give a fuck about. Because if you really wanted to do something, you should. And for the most part, as a human, if you're self-serving, which you all should be, you're going to do what you like. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do what I like. Everybody feeling good, doing what they like. Shit, let me join a party. I'm gonna feel good and do what the fuck I like. You know what I'm saying? Do what I like. So once I didn't give a fuck, now I'm just like, I'm gonna do what I like.
And I don't give a fuck.
And you gonna say what you want, regardless, whether I do what I like or if I do what I don't. You're gonna have your opinion about it, regardless. So if there's gonna be opinion, regardless, why not do what you like instead of being like, "Ooh, I did it their way. I wonder if they liked it." You still have a negative feeling about it, So, bitch, guess what? I did it my way, and I don't give a fuck. Another question I can think of. Let's see. Do you think that the negative comments from the outside were a big factor in you, like altering you from being yourself for so long? Like, did it have you like kind of like, I don't know, hiding or like, conforming for long?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, yeah, the answer is yes. That's why it's a good question, because yes, I was doing what I felt people would say, "Oh, okay, that's good job, yeah, instead of, and it didn't make me feel good. I can tell, you can tell when you not really comfortable with something. So, I mean, and it's like sometimes it was the non-verbal that killed it the most for me. It's like you just can catch. You ever catch somebody just looking at you, or you catch somebody make a
face. expression.
Yeah, and you like, and it leaves you wondering like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Like, and that's what drives me crazy. So I just felt like the fear of the unknown is what really just took me there. But the answer to that question was yes.
And I could think of that too. I mean, go off of that. Yeah, I can understand that, the fear of the unknown, because you're like, like you said, what the fuck are they thinking? Like, what the fuck? But that's also for me. It had to turn into either way, you're gonna have something to say, and I'm not gonna know what it is unless you want to tell me. And if you want to tell me, it still might not be what you really want to say. So there's still this unknown thing. So bitch, guess what? I'm gonna do it my way and don't give a fuck. Cause either way, bitch, you gonna have something to say. Good or bad. And if it's good or bad, good, thank you. I appreciate it. Bad, oh well. I still liked what I did, you know?
Yeah.
But I do understand. It's like, what? Cause you see it like, yeah, the look, or somebody looking you up and down. Like, it could be quick glance. Like, what did you look at me up and down for? Like, it's just like, what did you see? Like, what is wrong? What is not looking right? What is, you know? But whatever. Because no matter what, even if you tell me what you feel, quotations around it, I will never know about the other opinions and the other thoughts. Because guess what? Sometimes I be having thoughts that be sneaking in my dang head, and they be thinking they self before I'm ready to think. So I'm like, bro, I didn't even get to say no to that thought. So, basically, I didn't get to tell myself that was mean before I, thought it. But I got to tell myself not to say it out loud. And guess what? Everybody else gets to have that processing stage too. Okay.
That's nice.
So let's see what else.
I like it.
See if I have another question for you, because I'm just making these questions up as I go. With being yourself, let's see what else we can say. Because I really like being myself. It feels good. It feels natural. And I don't know. I feel like I have better connections and stuff when I'm myself. Like, there's another reason. Here's a good that brought me to a good thing. Like, it's important to be yourself, because when you're not being yourself, you can sometimes be attracted to the wrong type of people.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking it deep, huh?
Oh. Ocean.
Oh.
Ocean. Pacific. I don't know how
wow.
deep that is. I should
that is crazy.
But like, yeah, you start to get around people who, I mean, yeah, birds of a feather flock together. Like, if you're acting like a duck, these other ducks are about to come fucking ghost.
And that's how toxic relationships form, huh?
Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh yeah, so you start being attracted to what you're acting like and being like Mean Girls. Like, she really turned into a mean girl because she started to be around mean girls and mirror and embody and be around that. So she was a mean girl, even though she wasn't really a mean girl. And then she became a mean fucking girl, embodied it. Like, you no longer are acting. This is no longer a joke or fun. Like, this you. So, if you want to be attracted to some good stuff, being yourself, if you're a good person, you're going to be attracted to some good things. More doors open when you're attracted to better types of people in different situations versus I'm stuck in the same situation with these same type of people because this is what we do. And I'm attracted to not good stuff, So, gotta be yourself so you can be attracted to more like minds and things like that, so you can really expand. What you think about that?
I like it. I mean, I enjoy being by myself because I embrace every part of myself in a way that, I can't do it just freely and openly when I'm in or, just out and about sometimes. I feel like because when I'm being my complete self, I'm like, I'm comfortable as hell. So, I don't know. I just enjoy it because it's like, it's just this great feeling, and I feel like you have to, like you said earlier, You have to give yourself that time to be vulnerable with self. Pour it all out, write it out, do whatever you got to do to figure out.
Get butt ass naked.
Exactly. And that's what I was saying. Like, that's why I can't do that out and about, but I can do that at home. And you can just be vulnerable, you know.
You're the only one who can hear your own thoughts on top
Exactly.
of that. Listen, I can only hear what I think. So, if I say, walk past the mirror and I see a little cellulite, and I be like, ooh, look at that cellulite in my head, and I don't say it out loud, shit. You think about being outside and the person saying that, they could be saying it in their head, but you don't know. Listen, you with yourself, so
you gotta be like Cardi B.
Comfortable with yourself.
When Cardi B said, walking past the mirror, ooh,
damn, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I do, but I'm just saying, for the most part, like, if I'm just saying as an example, that was just an example, because when I walk past the mirror, I'll be like,
dropping it like
it's a strap, but I still have to be like, that you get to be with yourself. You're the only person. You only know what you're thinking. Nobody else. So why not fucking fall in love with being able to have conversations and love your damn self? Like, bro, I'm my best friend, because I can talk shit to myself. I can talk shit about somebody with myself, and nobody gonna know what I'm talking about. And then you can see, like you said, you walking past, you looking, you get comfortable with seeing these things. You're by yourself, and you're the only person who's gonna love you and love it and really truly whatever. And if you see it and you're like, you have your little nasty thought, you know you thought it about yourself, so you can't feel like, oh, fucked up. Because what about if somebody thought something about you negative and then you heard them say that? You would be like, ouch. Yourself, you already up front. You 100 with yourself. You already done said that shit to yourself in your head, and you like, you know, you ain't no fake ass bitch. Being around people, it could be a fake ass bitch telling you, that shit cute. And then when you walk past, that's the ugliest fucking, what was it, sweater I ever seen. Whatever that bitch said on Mean Girl. So,
listen, I wanted to say something, because when you had said, like, how you gonna love yourself, or, you know, I'm sorry if I messed that up, but that reminded me, as soon as you said it, RuPaul popped in my head, and I used to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. You ever watch that show?
No, ma'am, because I wasn't interested. And I don't watch TV like that, so.
Okay.
I watched it.
Alrighty. Well, he got this one saying, and he say, and honey, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? I like when you say that, because it's cute. Like, I like that. I like it when he say that. That was good.
And I couldn't even get to the part of the loving somebody else, because shoot, man. And then, see, that's how you know we've been having a good little talk, because the whole time our being yourself never had anything coming for loving anybody else or anybody else. You can't have that can't be a part of the equation at all.
Okay, because you can't focus on being yourself if you focused on trying to love somebody at the same time?
No, I mean, like, that can't be your focus, and if you're like trying to make it a pleasing type of thing. Like, if you're into trying to change yourself and alter yourself to please and do what they want. Unless they're openly affirming and being able to be that type of person for you and letting you be whoever and however you want, no. So, no, if they're not supportive in all ways, shapes, and forms and fashion of you being yourself,
then
no, it's not. You can't do both. You can't do both.
We should have a be yourself like theme song or some shit like that. Like, you know, I got the bars.
You know what would be so cliche and contradicting to say? I thought you were gonna say
what?
We should have a be yourself workshop. How could you have a be yourself workshop?
Right, that's funny.
I mean, you can explain it, but it would still be like, oh, I'm trying to do the things that you said, so am I really being myself?
Oh, that's like, are you being authentic or mirroring what you see? Oh,
you see how everything turned full cycle?
Wow, that was a good one. I like that.
Yeah,
that was nice. That was nice.
I don't think I have any more questions, but I mean, it hasn't, nothing right now. I haven't got no extra light bulb popping up that had me thinking about something else. Do you have anything?
Nah, no, because I think we ended that one on a good note. Mm-hmm. So
the best
message. Mm-hmm. Be yourself.
everybody else has somebody in the world to be. So the only person you have left to be is
you. Okay. Whose name is on your driver's license? And if you ain't got no driver's license, whose name do you write down when you write your name or you sign a document or whatever?
Shoot, you ain't even your name.
Right. Like, if somebody say, or if you walk up to somebody, you say, my name is. And so, when you have to answer that very tough interview question, tell me about yourself.
Know who you are when you tell them. Not like your name. Don't just be in your name.
Right.
I'm Phil. Who is Phil? Who is Phil? Well, say it with the Phil personality and emotion. How would Phil? Because there's a lot of Phils. How would you feel? Say your name, Phil. You gotta feel that shit, Phil.
Okay. Like, don't be, I'm Phil. You know, who's Phil? Phil. I'm just cool, chill. What makes Phil cool, chill? You know what I'm saying? You know what we saying, man. Y'all know what we saying. We just telling you at the end of the day. Make sure that you be yourself. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to like what somebody else got. It's okay to admire. It's okay to be inspired, but
can't be no one else.
Facts. Like, you can't be nobody else. So just make sure you just doing what makes you happy. Make
like
sure
you get plastic surgery, all them things. But even if you do all those things, because I'm not gonna judge you, no, I won't judge you. Make sure the inside of you, because that's who's always gonna be. That's the real you, because you ain't your name, you ain't your outer, all that. The inside of you is
who
true
you
to
are.
how you feel and makes you feel good inside.
Be true to yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Okay? Be yourself. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you for having me on your podcast.
It was real fun. I hope we can do this again.
Yeah, I'll be back, y'all.